This bodes ill. Oh my god, are these the guards? And this must be their kingdom, apparently. Christ. Okay, well. Hello and welcome everyone to my Let's Play Tomb Raider 2, the Golden Mask expansion. This is Days 115 speaking. And sorry I'm sounding a bit frustrated. The reason is this is the second time I'm recording this entire video today. First time I did a great job and realized, oh wait, my microphone's not plugged in. Oh, imagine the surprise on my face. Anyway, you might be wondering what I'm doing, so let me explain. This is basically a cage we have found ourselves in. The bloody Inuits must have carried us all the way over here. Impressive considering all the stone. But okay, nevertheless, we've been offered up as sacrifice to these guards, these Bigfoots or Sasquatches, or however you prefer to call them. And what I'm about to do is open a way for the Bigfoots to attack us, just so that we can hunt them. With our trusty shotgun, no less. So let's do just that. That's one down, and there should be two more around. Get off. And now you see why I put the cage over there. It basically slows them down a little, because they have to climb it, giving you not only a good vantage point for the first shot, but also you can back down for the second shot, and keeps you completely safe if you aim your jumps right. And by moving in on the golden tile over there, we release a trapdoor, which is actually the way to continue the level. So yeah, as I said, this is a basically purely optional area all around, which can be accessed by the end of the level. However, you won't be able to get all the kills. You will be unable to kill one of these Bigfoots for a very peculiar reason. But I'm gonna explain that later on. So if you want all the kills, just do this first. Okay, so apparently the plan of the Inuits was to just, you know, carry us over here and sacrifice us to these Bigfoots. Actually, their faces must have been depicted on the blue stones, if you remember the creepy ones. I mean, seriously, their plan all along was to be resurrected by Lara picking up the golden mask. So, which is why the Inuit spirits sort of were our allies and led us to the golden mask, just so they can keep offering human and animal sacrifices to these things. I mean, seriously, that's not right. Your religion sucks, and Lara's gonna put an end to it. Just you wait and see. Okay, and once we get the large health pack over here, a Bigfoot will spawn in the actual cage. Oh yeah. And this is exactly the guy that will be unkillable if you decide to explore this area later on. But yeah, I'm gonna explain why. Okay, so that's it. We should have 5 kills by now, picked up quite a few goodies, and let's delve deeper, see what's up ahead. But what I find amazing about this level is that the actual amount of boiling hot gold in the underground had an impact on the climate of this island, and now there's lush greenery and Bigfoots thrive in this environment. That's pretty awesome. I don't think Lara actually needs her jacket anymore. What you can see here is a lovely golden pool with the golden mask etched on 3 different places, although it's completely empty. The entire point of the pool is just to access the tunnel on our right over here. And this music, it takes me back. Reminds me of the first Bartoli's cultists we have met at the entrance to the Temple of Jeanne in the Great Wall of China. To the sins and fortune of Marco Bartoli. Yeah, exactly that one. Oh well. So yeah, it's kind of very nostalgic for me. Let's just put it like that. Okay, so yeah, this might be a bit of an overwhelming area with all the tunnels and 2 different lakes of gold, but just, you know, the whole point of the tunnels was just to get those 3 pickups. Now in this first pool we have a couple of shotgun shells, and we can just go back and continue. Simple as that. Okay, almost didn't make it. Christ, I'm getting cocky. It's because I've practiced this level so much, my trial runs, and even did an actual recording, which I then had to delete. Oh boy. Okay, awesome. Now, let's just explore this cranny on our left. Whoa! Jump back, Lara! Okay, shotgun is very handy on these guys, because they're not as tough as the Avalanche members, which I find very ironic. So yeah, finally enemies that the shotgun is useful on, and we get teased by the very first secret, sort of a reminder not to forget about these. Awesome. And we're gonna get there in due time. First, let's go for a little slide and drop into a very intriguing area. It's actually gonna be a puzzle. Quite a few levers around, that sort of thing, and doors. So we're trapped in a cage, and the only thing to accompany us are basically the growls of these felons. Oh boy, scary, isn't it? But not to worry. We just need to get our brain working a little. Not too much though. Okay, so basically in every one of these cages, the area is split into them. You get this orange block, and near one of the walls. You can climb all of them, but there's no point to it. You will just see trapdoors leading upstairs that will never ever open. It's kind of just a hint that there is something upstairs, and we're gonna get there once again in due time. By the time we use this lever, be careful because, yep, depending on where these leopards actually are, one of them can get all the way here. Sneaky bastard. Or he might be still stuck in the room that is yet inaccessible to us. It really depends on how he moves around. And whilst we open the exit, the way to the exit is not clear yet. And we have this sort of worry mode with just corpse rotting there. Disgusting, we don't want to go there. Okay, and while this opened the final gate, we still need to open this one. And the one after. So it's not as simple. However, what got me thinking, and it's kind of obvious, is that the area with the first lever has two ways out. Now, what would be the point of having two ways out unless one of them is supposed to be closed and the other one open? Yep, just like that. So even with that one closed, we can actually move forward, which is sort of a hint that we might need just that. Now this opens this gate up here. And this one opens this gate up here, however also closes the last one. It's a bit tricky, but if you remember, what actually opened the last gate was the lever just before that. Didn't manipulate really any other gate as far as I'm aware, and that's it. That's the entire deal. Okay, awesome. I was kind of hoping he would die in the fire. Imagine rotting carcass, well, burning carcass like that. Might maybe attract some Bigfoots, who knows? Okay. So the way forward is thankfully clear. And just a small health pack in here. So we have 3 items, 2 enemies, and shitloads of levers. I like this room, it's really memorable. And yeah. Actually, it's funny because there's so many conspiracy theories on the existence of Bigfoots, or as Americans prefer to call them, Sasquatches. I just don't understand what people find so fascinating about them. I mean, they're just big, burly, fluffy humanoids. What's so interesting about them? They're not like an intriguing new life form or anything. It's just, I don't get it. What's the big deal? But yeah, I'm kind of drifting off. Happens. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna call them Bigfoots, not Sasquatches. I don't like the word too much. Oh, you could also call them brown yetis. What an insult. Anyway, yeah, it took me quite a while to figure out how to get those Uzi clips. Apparently you can just safely descend from the ladder by dropping. I thought even a minor drop like that would be an instant death, but apparently it isn't. This would be actually worth trying out on a different set of spikes, you know, but I'm not sure if there's ever going to be such a situation like that in this one or in any of the other Tomb Raiders. And also these spikes are vicious because there is no blind spot in the corner, how there usually is with other spikes. So they're just that very evil. Now where we found ourselves is basically in front of another tease with the first secret, but if it's supposed to be any hint, it probably means that we are getting indeed closer, so that's kind of sweet. Okay, and we have a couple of pickups, both of them on these trapdoors that, well, they're not trapdoors, they're just sort of iron bars that will never open. And now up the stairs we go. And on our right over here, there should be a way back basically. We can have a lovely fun slide into the spikes, which will not kill Lara unless we jump, but will take some damage. Yeah, chip away some of her health, we don't want that. Besides, there's a much better way out and includes not only a secret, but also a kill. So yeah, there's nothing over here. Let's just pick up the golden coins. Yay! Oh, sorry, I was wrong. One of the trapdoors did open. That's very nice. And watch out, there's a Yeti coming around. Okay, and we're ready. Brilliant, he's down. So yeah, apparently one of the corpses of the leopards must have attracted him. Or we can just say he was scripted to appear because of the secret, but that's not very immersive, is it? And now we can actually follow these gigantic footsteps. I mean, not even these Bigfoots have such big feet. It's really funny. Okay. Now, good example of why exactly was there climate change in this area is basically the area up ahead. There is a golden river in a forest up ahead. But we can't really admire the view yet because, yep, of its inhabitants. Usually if one of them manages to surprise you and climb up, I'll just switch to the shotgun or something. Now this might seem like a bit of an overwhelming area. Trust me, it's gonna get a bit bigger, and there are gonna be about 3 of these. However, I'm just gonna take you through it in as least amount of confusion as possible. So first, apparently the Bigfoots have such thick feet they can walk through liquid cold. No, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's one thing not getting burned, it's another not drowning. Oh well. That's the enemies of Tomb Raider. Nigh invincible. Okay. This is basically how I tend to get across. I'm not sure if there's supposed to be another way or whatever, but this just seems to work fine for me. It's easier than it looks. You just tilt Lara to the right first and then to the left. And my stomach says I'm hungry. God damn it. I was so looking forward to recording this. I even had plenty of time, but that bloody microphone. Now, as a result, I don't have much time, just like in the Furnace of the Gods. Oh boy. It's my final year at university, and as such, you get invited to all sorts of socials, and there's very little time to actually tend to your hobbies, that sort of thing. Okay. Now, if you remember what I said about safety walking, in the Furnace of the Gods, Lara can basically judge if a certain surface is hazardous or lethal or not. If it's, let's say, a step distance. But if you decide to safe walk forward from the slope over here, which basically meets just the right amount of distance, she will basically just walk into the boiling gold and die. Well, burn and then die. Actually, it's an instant burn death, if that makes sense. Now, what we have to do here is go like this. Okay. But, let's say you decide to take a step forward from a slightly higher ledge, she will not do it. So that's why it takes certain altitude difference for Lara to actually recognize the hazard properly or something like that. It's just how the engine works. Now let's make M16 to good use, get some revenge on these bastards. Well, just one of them. He died pretty quickly. I mean, to be honest, automatics would have been enough, but where's the fun in that? And you might think it's evil for me to kill these guys for the kills, but this guy in particular you might reconsider, because look what he drops. Oh boy, so if you want all the items, well, there we go. Reason enough. Okay, and we're gonna get inside just from the other side, basically. Okay, still haven't saved, but I'm fairly confident I can keep this up. I mean, I had so much practice with this level. Oh look, another corpse, lovely. Anyway, this is a particularly intriguing area, but once again, very confusing, so let me keep this as little confusing as humanly possible. First, let's go to the right and pick up a couple of grenades in this dark, mysterious corridor. What's up, dark, no mysterious. And what we see behind the iron bars, or wooden bars, can't really tell, is actually sort of a conflux of gold where actually 4 different waterfalls pour gold in. Now, mind you, this is actually a third and final secret of the level. We're gonna get there in due time. We already have 2 of them. First, there's the golden arena, which should keep us interested for a while. So first of all, we can open our way in by doing this. Yep, we can get in. However, before we do, let me just invite a couple of guests. Oh, there they are, right. Okay, Lara, run, pen spray. Let's not be cowardly. Okay, this might not have been my brightest idea, I just wanted to have fun. Okay, Lara, do it. Okay, woohoo. That was fun, definitely, although not worth the amount of health lost. Okay. By picking up the large health pack, we actually spawned 2 different enemies. We are soon gonna deal with those guys, but first of all, there is a hoodlum up ahead. And he is dead. Unfortunately, there is no way to reach the cage up there. So don't worry, these guys apparently didn't drop anything anyway. Oh, seem to have received a text message. Not a good timing. Hope it's not important. Okay, and this lever over here releases another one. Isn't that just awesome? Kill him, Lara. Where is he? Oh, very smart. You make us look like an idiot. Unfortunately, he drops nothing, but oh my god, Bigfoot! Nope, no more M16, we're just gonna die. Look at our health. Christ. You know, I'll be honest, I'm really embarrassed at one hand how really I messed this up, but on the other, it was so much fun to do jumps and trying to do agile combat with a unweary weapon like M16. This was fun, this was memorable, and that's all that matters. Okay, brilliant. So, actually, if you don't care about all the kills, you can basically release the Yeti, the Inuits, and the Hoodlums into the arena at the same time. However, if they kill each other, then you won't be awarded the kills. Once again, the game, just like in Barking Monastery, the game keeps track of Lara's kills, not people's deaths, or animals for that matter. Although I guess Bigfoots are more of a humanoids than anything, really. Okay, let's not forget the Uzi clips here. And let's enter another foresty area, a second one. There's also going to be a third one in here. Okay, let's make it across for those flares. Okay. Now, this might be once again very confusing area, so in my effort to keep it as simple as humanly possible, there is stuff up top, there is stuff in the middle, and there is stuff at the bottom. So first, we're gonna get our hands on the stuff at the middle. Part of that was the pack of flares over here. Okay. And other half of that is the small health pack over here. What we see is a very intriguing looking golden vein, and you know what? Let's go for a little slide. Okay, we can't see much, but oh no, certain doom, let's jump left. Okay, brilliant. We avoided that. And I never actually figured out what the hell is this white thing on the tree texture over there. Is it supposed to be rocks? Looks like some dodgy looking dead wolf to me anyway. What have we just done? Yes, these tiles are indeed safe. For whatever reason. Just these two. Everything else surrounding you is a death. So even if you try and safety walk into them, you're just gonna burn. Please don't do that. Okay. And now let's drop that flare and climb up. So yeah, this basically covers the middle and the ground floor of this area. Let's go all the way up. Climbing ladders is never exciting, but oh well. Oh, which actually reminds me, there is gonna be an actual boss in this officially final level of the Golden Mask expansion. Unlike in the Unfinished Business, yes, we're finally gonna get a boss fight. However, it's pretty much gonna be a recycled Tomb Raider 2 boss. So yeah, most of you probably know what's going on, but for those of you who don't, yeah, I'm just not gonna spoil the surprise or anything. And which means we are also gonna use some grenades finally, with that making sure we won't land the killing blow with them. You know, for the sake of statistics and all that is good. Oh my god! I have not saved! Oh my god, but this was such a brilliant death! Okay guys, for about the 8th time today, I'll see you back in this spot. Oh boy, the kingdom. And we are back, so unless we get knocked over, we have pretty decent chance of doing this. Also make the Temple of the Cat scenario repeat. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my god. Okay, brilliant. So yeah, I had to restart the whole level, but this time around we have much more health. So that's kind of good. So this way I had my fun in the arena and also retained some health. That's just awesome. Let's just hope I won't have to repeat the level again. I should probably save, but I already feel bad about the save count because I was saving during my messed up footage before. Okay, anyway, what we can see here is basically the ladder that goes once again to the Golden Vein. We can go for another slide, but why would we want to end up near the grenades, right? Well, we don't, but we want to take the slide. Ouch! Purely because... Oh my god, did I just mess that up? Christ, I'm an idiot. Okay, guys, let me see you back at the spot. Okay, so allow me to illustrate what exactly is going on here. By lighting up a flare, there is actually a gap. And yeah, if you fall there like we did before, you're gonna end up near the grenades on the ground floor, which is why you want to make that jump as soon as you touch the greenery, just to be able to continue the slide with the golden vein all the way over here next to shotgun shells. I know this might be confusing because this is a ground level once again, but it basically continues into another area. Okay, let's be really careful here. Now, what we want to do is we want to go up to this golden vein to summon a couple of Bigfoots. Thing is, we do... Oh my god, did he just drop? Well, they can take the heat anyway. So what we want to do is explore the Dark Forest, but I didn't want to explore it with the Bigfoots in, because fighting them up close like this is much more difficult, especially if they can knock you over into the pits of molten gold or into the spikes over here. So yeah, there are gonna be a couple of spikes as well, but also goodies, so that's good. Not automatics. Shotgun, please. Thank you. Okay, now let's not forget a small health pack over here. Okay, awesome. And then there should be a couple of Uzi clips. Just be careful of this bit. Yeah, the rusty spikes with no blind spots. Oh boy. Okay, and this basically summarizes the entire Dark Forest chapter. We can just safely go into the Golden Vein again and continue to the left, or inspect one of the trapdoors because it contains the entrance to the third and final secret. Okay. Okay, now we just need to get this trapdoor open. And I'm wondering the way we're gonna go about that is by stepping over here. And now the challenge is making into the golden trapdoor without touching the melting gold. Let's see if this will work. Brilliant! Okay, so this is how I do it. Sometimes I find myself in a situation where I can just do it from the adjacent square, but for some reason, sometimes the trapdoor never opens, so I just do it like this. Holding the control key for Lara making grabbing notion is essential, because as you know by now, she will sort of slide instead of hitting her head. Okay, so this is a more difficult way to do it if you can't open it for whatever reason. Okay, let's continue. And we have to judge our distance here, but it shouldn't be very hard. Yeah, it should be okay. Oh, brilliant, just right. And now I'm gonna shut up for a while and do a series of jumps because of the beautiful music in here. I'm so glad they decided to use this song at least once in the expansion. It's just brilliant. Okay, so basically what's going on, we've seen this area before from the arena, the area with the third and final secret. Now, don't worry, we don't have to flood this entire area just to get on bottom of that pool. Yes, that is actually water that we can swim in and die. This is a conflux with, well, 4 waterfalls. However, whereas these 3 are animated, this one is still. Very suspicious, isn't it? Now, shooting it doesn't work, unfortunately. However, if shooting doesn't work, you might have some sort of experience with breakable glasses by now. Let's try jumping into it. Oh, brilliant, that worked. Now, let's be really careful here. There are a couple of goodies, and yes, you may be wondering, why the hell can we safely walk across these tiles? Well, they are pretty much the same tiles as the grenades at the ground floor of the forest area before. However, not all of them, and that's exactly the tricky part. You need to look at the ceiling to see where the heat is slightly lower, that the gold is solid now, not liquid, and you can safely move beneath those tiles. So for example, let's make a standing jump over here. This tile is safe, the one adjacent to it isn't. And if you try to make a safety walk holding the walk key, you will burn. Let's make another standing jump, which makes things extremely difficult. Now what we want to do here is a running jump, but how the hell are we going to judge our distance if we can't adjust ourselves using the safety walk? Well, thankfully, this bit here is actually a bit more elevated than the one next to it, and whilst walking would still probably make Lara take that step downwards, we can strafe. And no matter how small and insignificant the distance, strafing will never let Lara move. Not even budge an inch. So that will keep her safe. Now let's make a running jump, and on to the final secret. Yay! And we're just gonna do pretty much the same thing over here. Brilliant. Now strafing will disable Lara from moving. Brilliant, that's what we want to do. So we found the final secret. That means we have 12 secrets. We're gonna see that basically on the final stat screen after the credits. But yeah, this actually reminds me, we will be able to then select the bonus level from the main menu. Nothing carries over. It's basically like starting a new game, but you know, a new game consisting of only one level. However, there are some issues, and I've actually tried it out myself, with Good Old Games GOG version, and apparently even with Steam version, where people will get only 9 secrets registered. So one of the levels, not sure which one, will not count towards the final statistics of the game, which is of course very problematic, because then the bonus level will not unlock. For this very reason, I'm gonna include a link in my description for the download save file of that level, so that people can basically access it if they play Steam or GOG version and will not get sufficient number of secrets registered. Unfortunately, there is no other fix for this, at least not that I'm aware of, that would fix it, like the unofficial last secret fix in Tomb Raider 1. So it's just gonna have to make do. Just use that save file and you should be fine. It's actually, the credit goes to Stella from Stella's Tomb Raider net. Yeah, so hopefully that will help you guys. Anyway, let's make... Okay, the jump. Whew. Wasn't sure for a moment. Oh boy, okay. Now I'll be actually rather happy to finish this level, because I've been repeating it over and over so many times, especially now since I refuse to save anymore, purely because I don't want to... Well, I don't really want to exceed the amount of save files by 50, but I'd actually sort of like to keep it beneath 40, if that makes sense. We'll see how that goes. Because, yep, as I said, there is still one more level remaining. Anyway, we're doing fine so far. Okay. Leopards! Oh boy. Get away! Get away! No! And that's not the only thing around here. There's a third one coming from the rocks. But yeah, he only spawns once you approach them, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty certain. And there are a couple of M16 clips, and basically enjoy whatever you want at this point, because we should have 28 kills. Brilliant. So there is only one last enemy, the boss, remaining. So yeah, anything you need from this point onward is just pretty much to face that guy. So it's rather unnecessary probably, unless your inventory is for whatever reason empty. And you might be wondering why I picked up the large health bag last. Well, that is because this door over here opened. And where this actually leads is the beginning area of the level that I talked about. So as I said at the very beginning of the level, it's optional to explore now, you can do it later, as in just now. Return, take all the items you want, kill the 3 Bigfoots that were wandering around, then go over here to spawn the appearance of the 4th one, and then pick up a large health pack over in that corner, if you remember. And the 5th one will spawn in the cage. However, if you did not open the door of the cage from the inside to get out, that guy will remain trapped there and you can't kill him at all. Even retracing all the way to just the ledge below that point, if it is even possible, I'm not sure, it's just such a deep drop that Lara would not be able to aim at the guy from inside the cage, so he becomes unkillable. Which is exactly the reason why you should do that at the beginning. Yep. Okay, hopefully Lara will not hit the ceiling. Oh, okay, just right. Whew, wasn't sure about that one. Brilliant. And now we are basically approaching the final area. Hopefully, I will plug the microphone in. Seems to be working. I won't have to discard the entire footage again. I'm not going to be doing this level for the 3rd time today. Oh no. Okay. Yeah. Once again, we have the golden mask face over there with a sort of a keyhole in its nose. Looks pretty funny. Thing is, yep, our golden mask of Tornarsuk that we've been after is actually a key item to be used. It feels horrible, I know. It feels absolutely horrendous that Lara is just gonna leave it there. Maybe she's gonna pick it up afterwards, you know, and take it home. I'd like to believe that. But first, let me just get our hands on the very last item of the level. The large health pack over here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have it all, except for the kills. We still have one guy to take care of, and yep, even though I feel guilty as hell about this, I am gonna save now, before the confrontation with him, because so many things can go wrong if we want to kill him the interesting way. Oh boy. Which reminds me, yep, I'm gonna use the grenade launcher as well. But you might be wondering, what's the entire point of this room? No, it's not just a small health pack. That walkway with a face will actually... well, that phase will extend into a walkway, just like in the Temple of the Cat level, once we press a lever somewhere else. And then that level on the other side will basically retract it back. Now, this might not make much sense at this point, but it will later on if we want to use a little cunning in the boss fight. And mind you, notice this insanely creepy but also amazing face. I mean, they used giant golden boulders as eyeballs. That's pretty awesome. But there's no way we can climb that nose, which is why we have to put the mask in. I have no idea what's going on at this point, I'll be honest. Boom! And he comes bursting down, the boss I mentioned. Must be looking very familiar to you guys. This is indeed retextured Guardian of the Talion. This beast has red eyes. Oh my god, very bloodthirsty. And it's not even a Guardian, I mean, we are returning an item and he's attacking us. Probably a librarian or something, because we returned the book too late. Anyway, as you can see, just like in the case of the Guardian of the Talion, there are quite a few goodies in his lair. However, we do not have enough time to pick all of them up. Which is why this is going to take several visits, and since we don't have a column to sort of circuit around to delay him, what I'm doing is I'm jumping across the gap from where the eyes used to be back onto the nose. This delays him because he has to go around the gap, whereas we can just jump over it. So I find it's a very efficient way, and for some reason it just works for me better if we use the right one, or basically the one over here, in this case the left one. And now you might have also noticed a lever inside. Now the lever we need to pull if we want to sort of use a bit of a cunning in this boss fight. Or we could just finish him off, but where's the fun in that? You've probably seen what happened, but I skipped the camera just to be able to move as fast as we can. The door where we picked the large health pack closed actually when we put the mask in, now it reopened. And if you're wondering why, well, that's very simple. Now either the switch or the mask being put in have extended this golden walkway, and that beast is following us, which is why we're gonna press the lever. Ladies and gentlemen, this bastard is finally trapped in the pit. And this... look at him raging, that's just adorable. And this level has no real level exit scripted anywhere. It's basically, once we finish this boss off, it's the end. So let us do just that, and seeing as I haven't used this weapon yet in this entire let's play, let's put it to some good use now. And I'm not sure which ones will actually hit him, which ones will not, but I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to fire 5 grenades off, and now I'm just going to switch onto the lovely M16. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being with me on this journey. The monstrosity is dead. Once again, I feel kind of terrible for interrupting the amazing song, but basically there are quite a few important things I want to tell you. So basically what we see here is the final statistics screen. Unfortunately, this only takes into account the 4 base levels, the Cold War, Fool's Gold, Furnace of the Gods and the Kingdom, but not the bonus level, which at this point, by us finding 12 out of 12 secrets, will be accessible from the main menu. But there is no notification that that is the case, so the first time I played the Golden Mask expansion and discovered all the secrets, I had no idea there is any bonus level in existence, and I just didn't know that I unlocked it. So be sure to check Lara's passport in the main menu when you get there. However, as I said before, if you're playing the Steam or the Good Old Games version of Tomb Raider 2, you might find yourself with a final statistics screen showing you that you found 9 out of 9 secrets. That is unfortunate. So for the very reason, as I said, I'm going to provide a link to a save for the bonus level in the description below, so that if you're using that version of Tomb Raider 2 you can still play it, because that level is going to be mind-blowingly awesome. So I think we did pretty well, but yeah, I'm obviously gonna expand on this in a separate final statistics video afterwards, and I hope to see you guys next time in the Nightmare in Vegas.